Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here, playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm on the mission Reactor, and in this video I'll be showing you all 29 of the weapons and items you can discover on the map. I'll also show you locations that you can upgrade your armor, and I'll even show you all of the armament locations you can grab. I showed you on the map where we're starting, basically directly underneath you from where you parachute in. You'll end up at this base all the way on the western side of the map. You can then mantle onto a truck, onto the roof, and drop down to find a silenced weapon as well as a sentry gun. For this, we're going to be kind of going clockwise around the map, but we're going to kind of dabble in the middle as we come through. But from here, you can just basically head directly eastward. And in the next building, you should be able to find an Ascender, as well as a weapon and a stealth bomber. So make sure you grab all of those if you don't already have the Ascender, for example. Make sure you grab the supply crate and the stealth bomber on the roof, and use the stealth bomber if you haven't already. If it's not immediately obvious, the Ascender will spawn in multiple positions on the map. There's probably about 15 different locations it can spawn, so you should be able to find one, even if I don't point one out specifically in this video. From here, we can go directly eastward a little bit further, this time going up the road. Now, if you just follow this road, it'll eventually lead you to a building pretty much directly in front of you. Inside of this building, you can find a sentry gun. I won't be picking up every single duplicate of armament, as there are a lot of extras, and as long as you use each one once, you're fine. Then what you can do is you can ascend to the top of the building to find a weapon. And then you can use the zip line across in order to quickly grab a UAV in the building underneath before ziplining basically back across.
Activating UAV.
If we head back towards that road we were following east, you should notice a large orange flag hung up on some radio equipment. Here you can grab a bomb drone armament if you haven't already grabbed one. And then let's continue eastward, clockwise around the map. And on the left side here in this small base, you can use the car to hop up on top of the roof. Then you can smash the glass to end up inside. There is a new armament type here called the SAM Turret, so make sure you grab that. And then there's also a supply crate where you can find the Basilisk revolver. Don't forget to actually deploy each armament at least one time if you do want the achievement or trophy to unlock. Let's continue eastward to the helicopter here. And I have taken out the enemies, so you guys don't have to watch me get shot at. But next to this helicopter, there are a couple of supply boxes to grab. On the west side of the helicopter, you can grab the hybrid STB-556. Then continue past the helicopter to the east to find yet another supply box where you can find the PILA launcher. From there, what we can do is head southward. And here, kind of underneath this walkway, there's a small building with a red X kind of on it. Inside in the corner, you can find anti-armor rounds. Hopefully you're keeping up, as this level is pretty big, pretty dense, and has multiple stories. From then, you can basically head westward temporarily into this kind of open area, and on the back of the truck, you can find another supply box with the MTZ Interceptor. Now let's head back towards that helicopter we were previously at in the northwest east corner of the map, and we're going to ascend to the rooftop nearby. We actually have to get to the rooftop of the reactor, and on the way we can find another repeat armament of the stealth bomber, so you can grab that if you want it. And there's also some sort of drone here, which is a bomb drone if you want it as well. But you should already have those. We've come across plenty. You can then ascend to the very top of the reactor, and on the corner edge here, you'll be able to find the explosive crossbow. From the explosive crossbow, let's stay on the rooftop, but now we are going to head southward. And there may be some enemies up here, but on the south side of the top of this roof, you should be able to find another supply box, this time with a Signal 50 sniper rifle inside. We're then going to head east again and then drop off the side of the building. We're trying to get to the bottom floor of the building we are on top of. This seems to be the easiest way to get there. There are some doors in the back that allow you to go inside. You can go in through any door, but I found this one to be the easiest. And if you stay on the bottom floor, once you enter, you can find 2 supply boxes. One of them is close by, and it's the silenced Lachmann sub. And then the other one nearby, in the middle of the largest room, I believe is a shotgun. From here, we're actually pretty close to the other helicopter. So if we then exit the room and go towards that helicopter, immediately turning to the right and staying kind of underneath the building. On the outside of the building, you'll notice that one of the flags got caught on the building with the A on it. And here you can find a precision airstrike. This is one of the more rare armaments in the game, so make sure you grab it. We can then start running towards that helicopter on the south side of the map, the southeast side. And on the nearby building, you should be able to go inside, and in the corner here you can find the Fennec 45. We can then run towards the helicopter itself, and right next to the helicopter, you can find 2 more supply boxes. Inside of the first one here is the Cronen Squall. Doesn't even sound like a gun. And then you can also find the Holger in the crate nearby. We can then start running towards the giant smokestack in the middle of the map. If you need an armor upgrade, you can find one here in the building to the left. And it's going to be on the ground floor here. If you don't have an ascender somehow, you can find another one here. But there are multiple spawns for the armor upgrades and multiple spawns for the ascenders. You can find both of them in this building if you need one. We can then continue to this small building, not far from the smokestack. And what you want to do is you want to climb the ladder from the outside to the rooftop. On the roof here, you'll be able to find a weapon as well as another bomb drone. And then you can drop down and look through the window in order to shoot the chair, which opens up the door, allowing you now to gain access inside. Once inside, there are a couple of things to grab here, including what I believe is a SAM turret and an armor box in the supply crate. Let me do a quick update for you in terms of where exactly on the map I am. You can find me kind of near the south side, near the middle. And as we exit this building towards the north and turn slightly towards the west, if you end up in the middle of this large building that's marked B1 on the bottom floor, near the center, you can find 2 crates here. The first one has a Haymaker, and the next one has a HCR. From there, we're going to try to find the nearest staircase and get to the top floor of this little structure. And on the east side of this structure, you can find another little crate hanging out. This one has the munitions box inside. We're going to make sure to grab that before moving on. And there's a repeat UAV here as well. We can then go to the nearest kind of circular building here. And if we mantle up the side, we can get up onto this little ledge here. And on this ledge, before ascending, you can find the heartbeat sensor, as well as a SAM turret. And before ascending, we actually want to grab one more collectible. Walk past the rope onto this ledge towards the north side. And next to this zip line, you can find the Expedite shotgun. After grabbing that shotgun, let's ascend to the top of the crane, where, you guessed it, they hid a pretty tricky little gun crate. Inside the gun crate at the top of the crane is a very suitable weapon, which is a sniper rifle. From here, we are going to turn towards the northwest, and we're going to jump off and parachute towards the further of the 2 circular buildings. We're aiming for the one that's marked E. And as we land, you want to land kind of on the upper floor, nearest the helicopter that spawns here by default. Here you'll be able to find a silenced pistol. A armor upgrade often spawns here. And then you can run towards the helicopter and find the RGL grenade launcher right next to it.
That's a world of hurt right there.
From the grenade launcher, turn west and go to the nearest building. And you want to get to the middle floor. On the middle floor, you should be able to find a supply crate. This is only accessible from the inside of the building. And this supply crate has the Incendiary Sakin MG36, I want to say that is. And then you can also go to the roof of this building. Here you will find an armament that I haven't pointed out yet, which is the Mortar Strike. So make sure you pick that up and then use the Mortar Strike at least one time. There's also a self-revive up here. There's an armor upgrade if you still need one. And then we can move on. Only a few more things to do. I'm going to show you the location I am on the map just to make sure you are up to date. And I'm going to look towards basically the south. At the south, you should find a fire station as well as a bit of a radio tower. So let's go to the radio tower and we're going to ascend to the very top of it. And at the very top of the radio tower is a very well-placed sniper rifle, as you have come to expect. This is the KV inhibitor. From here, let's go and parachute to the rooftop of the fire hall. There should be another armament here we've never used, which is the VTOL. So make sure you call it in as soon as you are able to. It will follow you around and protect you. And then probably the trickiest supply box on this level is the minigun from the rooftop of the fire hall. You want to look down the hole and then you want to break the chair by either shooting it or shooting the explosive barrel. That will open a door for you downstairs in the fire hall. So let's parachute on down to make sure we protect ourselves. And we can enter this kind of secret room to find the minigun. One more thing left is the Snapshot grenade. And the Snapshot grenade can be found on the lower floor of the fire hall near the entrance. And that should be all of the weapons. You should have fully upgraded armor. You should be pretty close to having used all the armaments, and we can move on to the next level. Thank you for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.